ER 132769. These cases are currently on appeal to the Nebraska Supreme Court. The panel first considered the defendant's murder of Thomas Hunter, Shirley Sherman, and subsequently Roger Brumback and Mary Brumback in relation to the murders and other cases in which the death penalty was imposed. There exists no precedent in Nebraska law for the fact that the defendant traveled from his home in Indiana to Omaha, Nebraska, to commit 4 murders on 2 separate occasions, separated by a period of 5 years. Those facts suggest lengthy premeditation and an exceptionally depraved mentality. The defendant had 5 years to reflect on the gruesomeness of the first 2 murders before he returned to Omaha to commit 2 more murders that were as equally gruesome. His actions indicate he had no remorse after the first 2 murders. In fact, the trial evidence suggests he bragged about them in an attempt to gain favor with the female he wished to engage in a romantic relationship. The defendant continues to evidence no remorse, and the panel finds nothing to suggest that he ever will. After a complete review of the cases to the penalty imposed in similar cases, all findings are made unanimously and beyond a reasonable doubt. Sentence. It is therefore ordered, as to count 1, murder in the first degree, a Class 1 felony of Thomas Hunter, on or about the 13th day of March 2008, the 3-judge panel orders that a sentence of death is imposed upon the defendant, Anthony Garcia. As to count 2, use of a deadly weapon, not a gun, to commit a felony, a Class 3 felony, the presiding judge orders the defendant, Anthony Garcia, is sentenced to not less than 19 years, more than 20 years imprisonment. This sentence shall be served consecutively to the sentence served in count 1 as provided by law. As to count 3, murder in the first degree, Class 1 felony of Shirley Sherman, on or about the 13th day of March 2008, the 3-judge panel orders that a sentence of death is imposed upon the defendant of Anthony Garcia, or more than 20 years imprisonment. This sentence shall be served consecutive to the sentence in count 1, 2, and 3 as provided by law. As to count 5, murder in the first degree, a Class 1 felony of Mary Brumback, on or about the 12th day of May 2013, the 3-judge panel orders that a sentence of death is imposed upon the defendant, Anthony Garcia. As to count 6, use of a deadly weapon, not a firearm, to commit a felony, Class 2 felony. Presiding judge orders that defendant Anthony Garcia is sentenced to not less than 49 years, nor more than 50 years imprisonment. This sentence shall be served consecutive to the sentences in counts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And as to count 7, murder in the first degree, a Class 1 felony, Roger Brumback, on or about the 12th day of May 2013, the 3-judge panel orders that a sentence of death is imposed upon the defendant, Anthony Garcia. As to count 8, use of a deadly weapon, a firearm, to commit a felony, Class 1C felony. The presiding judge orders that defendant Anthony Garcia is sentenced to not less than 49 years, nor more than 50 years imprisonment. This sentence shall be served consecutive to the sentences in counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And as to count 9, attempted burglary, a Class 4 felony, presiding judge orders that defendant Anthony Garcia is sentenced to not less than 20 months, nor more than 5 years. This sentence shall be served consecutive to the sentences imposed on counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's further ordered the clerk of the district court shall deliver a copy of this judgment, a sentence, to the warden of the Nebraska Penal and Correctional Complex or other proper and qualified officer charged with the execution of this sentence. Such copy shall serve as the order and direction to execute this sentence by inflicting the punishment of death by whatever method may be enacted by the Nebraska legislature. It's further ordered a signed or certified copy of this judgment sentence shall be delivered to the Sheriff of Douglas County, Nebraska, who shall promptly deliver defendant Anthony Garcia to the warden of the Nebraska Penal and Correctional Complex. Further ordered that in accordance with the Nebraska statute, the court reporter shall prepare a bill of exceptions as in other cases, and the clerk shall prepare and file with the clerk of the Nebraska Supreme Court a transcript of the record of the proceedings and any other records required by the Supreme Court for which no charge shall be made, in order that the required automatic review of this order of sentence may be made by the Supreme Court as provided by law. Stated this 14th day of September 2018. This order is signed by the presiding judge, Gary Randall, Russell Bowie, and myself, Rick Schreiner. Anything further, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Garcia, you are remanded to the custody of the Douglas County Sheriff for execution of this sentence. We're adjourned. Thank you.